Hello there folks, Marshall here, and this is a rather interesting one. We haven't really had a cast like this in a good while. This is a 5 versus 5 Unshared Armies game. The map you see here is Station Sigma, part of my map pack. There's shared, unshared and free-for-all versions of it, if you're interested. But before we get into the game, I do want to say, again, as you probably already noticed, I am still recovering from a cold. Apologies, therefore, for sounding all bunged up and nasty. So my normal energy probably won't be here. I'll try and just be a calm cast, as it were. We'll see how that goes. So, yes, Station Sigma, it'll be North versus South Poles, as the teams prepare to embark on their journey of greatness. So, let's start with, well, Team 1 on the South Pole then. In dark blue, first up, we've got Gregorz, going for a bot factory first, following that up with a couple of PJs, probably an air factory there afterwards. Moving round, we get to Porcoddio a pedali, also going bots first, air second. Still moving round, again in blue, so many blues on this team. Mortaljacket, vehicles first, and then into second vehicles as well. Fourth for Team 1, you've got Aszeal from the Realm, really strong player here, Uber rank. And last on this team, but not least, TehAnnihilaterer. Regular streamer and pretty decent player when he wants to be. Excuse me. Bots first, air second. So, moving up onto the north then. First up, you've got Neon in red. Bots and vehicles there. Moving round, we get to flashdown. Over here in this sort of bluey, minty white type colour. But it's not white, it's, you know, it's that tinge. It's got a tinge of something in it. Flashdown there, rushing T2 vehicles. Moving round again to sort of, swamp bluey green here. You got MF 413, bots and air. Lots and lots of PGens there, lots of bot fabs. Goodness me, fab is spam central over there. Round to autumn green with broadside. Bots first, lots of PGens. Still no fabs yet. Oh no, my mistake, he has got some fabs going down the mid. And last but by no means least, Titan. Bots first, vehicles. Again, strong player there. So these teams, North versus South, what you tend to see is because you have a crossing per player, there's a good strong play for each of these crossings. There are a few metal points missing, it should be noted. It's symmetrical all the way around, so what you see on one is on every other. So just bear that in mind. If, for example, you see, like here, we've got 4 missing mechs. Around here, all 5, 6, 7 missing mechs. It's PA replays, it's what happens. But yeah, you see players playing for the middle joints there, often putting up some defences to try and lock down the areas that they have got control of. Aszeal poking up there with a few docks, preventing Broadside from really getting far in with the radar and point defence there. Of course, T2 rushes are usually something you see on this map as well. You've got one there from Gregorz going up to vehicles. Got one from Neon starting and Titan as well. You've got a second vehicle factory there before the first T2 is even finished. What is Flashdown playing at? T2 bots from MF and nothing really from Broadside. I think he was playing a little bit too hard for the joint there, and it didn't really pay off for him, but there you go. Brown there, TehAnnihilaterer, wanting to play with this. He's got a teleporter up, maybe send his commander forward perhaps? Possibly get up some T2 in his base, but he needs more units there. He's even got a Pelican now. What's he dropping in that? I don't think he's actually got anything in it just yet. Nope, he has not. What's he picking up? I don't think he is. Maybe it's just a rally point. Yeah, I think it's just a rally point, but Of course, a good bit of scouting there from Gregorz, although he lost all of his planes doing so. He got to see a good bit of T2 there. What did he actually get to see? He got to scout a bit of flashdown. Got to see Neon. He didn't get to see any Titan, though. But yeah, as I said, you can usually assume that players on the other team are going to rush T2. It's quite a defensive map if you want to play it that way. Alternatively, you can play hard for the joints. Although there's not the most amount of metal at the joints available to you. It's quite a good amount in your spawn, especially if you share that which is between bases, but Neon being greedy, denying it to Titan and Flashdown. This is where a lot of our first battles are going to be seen, though, between Titan and TehAnnihilaterer. Commander on the front lines, and lots of units coming out for Titan, including levelers now. So that's going to force this commander to back off, one would imagine. The moment he sees those levelers, he needs to be proactive about this, because his commander is going to find himself caught offside here by this force, including levelers. We'll just have to see what goes on. Commander moving forward, tries to Uber cannon, gets a good first one off, taking a bit of damage. Does he see a leveler there now? Yeah, he sees the leveler. He needs to back up his commander now that he sees those levelers, and he will be doing. He's got some levelers out from himself, but how long will he survive here? Could we see an early com kill here by Annihilator? Titan on Annihilator, rather. Down he goes. Wow. So, that early kill from Titan is going to pay handsome dividends, because now Annihilator's base is disappearing. Any congestion of this joint is disappearing. So Titan can stroll down, and it's up to Gregorz and Aszeal to band together to sort out this aggression from Titan here, because this is not good. The other thing is this also gives the whole joint to Titan, so he can get up some turrets, some artillery there as well. Gregorz pushing against Neon, though, making some good headway. Good headway, excuse me. Though he doesn't have any levelers in his force. Neon, however, on the defensive advantage therefore. We've got some hummingbirds in the middle of the planet there. What's going off? Have we got any pushes elsewhere? We've got Aszeal thinking about it against Broadside there. MF14 going to be on the heavy defensive with his T2 here, including catapults, against mortaljacket. That amount of artillery there is unfriendly, to say the least. We need maybe a couple of bombers in there to take out those fabs. Can we have some, please? T2 coming up for mortaljacket in his base now, though. We got any pushes forming from Porcoddio? Porcoddio. Ha! Fantastic. I didn't see that ping, but oh well. Gregorz ready to push in, perhaps. He needs to have some form of mine detection. Has he got it? I don't think he does. He needs one of those skitters at least. Maybe 2, 3 ideally. Just in case one does have the off chance of getting picked off. Neon having a good scout to see what he's up against. Realising, yeah, I can afford to back up here. He doesn't have any detection. I'll let him roll into my minefield. It's all good. T2 Eco going up for Neon, though. More factories. Gregorz seeing this force here, thinking he's got the greater numbers, which he does to have. Problem is he has, as I say, got to negotiate the mines. Here they come. Into the minefield. It's too far gone now. You've engaged. Fortunately, there's not really all that many mines there to do huge damage, although that leveler just got taken out by one. Defences rapidly popping up here as fast as robotically possible by Neon. Can he survive this force, though? Because this, if it takes out this fab, will be quite a good raid, actually, all things considered. The defensive turret is still being a right old nuisance there, and all of these units are refusing to shoot it down. Quite what Gregorz is up to there, I don't know. Got some more mines popping in now for Gregorz. Not Gregorz, Neon. Ugh, my brain's not working. Let's have a quick look around, though, while Gregorz continues to sort of pick around at Neon's base. We've got a push in by mortaljacket that seemed to have made some headway, unless this commander was reclaiming earlier, which is possible. He has managed to completely sort out this defensive encampment though, and that gives him the joint that Aszeal has also won over here. Titans starting to push around and threaten here. Looks as though Gregorz, Aszeal and Porcoddio are ready to answer that, however. Broadside finally coming out with a whole bunch of grenadiers, sparks, and mixed T1 bot army. This could actually be quite okay versus Aszeal's forces here. The problem is, bombers, here they come. As I was saying, that was a wonderful bombing run. Absolutely glorious. Air support from Broadside was non-existent at that stage. Mortaljacket pushing in against MF. Trying his best, but he meets a couple of levelers and is forced to pull back. MF, of course, with the air support there, being able to have a good little scout of what he's up against. Those levelers feel as though they can push out a little bit. Will they continue to do so? That's the question. Next thing, though, flashdown coming around with a few vehicles. What's he doing this for? He needs to be defending his own place, although I suppose mortaljacket not necessarily pushing in too hard at the moment. That's not mortaljacket. That's Porcoddio. Not pushing in too hard. He's content with his joint. Boombots from Neon. Good choice. Good choice. I like this. That'll be able to deal with the vehicles from Gregorz. Pardon me a moment. So, T2 air from Titan. I suppose he's building it forward because he can. Keeps control of the spigot. Not spigot, joint. Ugh, my brain isn't working. Damn this cold. Ooh, mortaljacket though, pushing in against MF. Will it be 1-for-1 here, considering it's currently 5 versus 4 to Team 2? This force can just skirt around. The follow-up will come in and deal even more damage, which is of course as they'd want. T2 factory taking damage, but it's going down very, very slowly. Mortaljacket though doing some good work there, pushing in against MF 413. Gregorz ready again for another fight on Neon. Titan pushing forward here with a whole bunch of anti-air. Behold my disappointment. Not too bad though, considering Aszeal's air force there. It's a good amount of AA to keep his army alive. Storm there for Titan though, so the bombers will be dissuaded by that. Where's that ping? Didn't get to see it and the notifications don't come up in replays. Oh well. Wow, look at that air factory line for Aszeal there. Behold. Thing is, he knows he can't necessarily go in against this Titan force with... Oh. There goes Broadside. I didn't even notice that. Aszeal pushing forward there. Right into the base. Got in against the comm. Caught Broadside off guard. I think he was the... how was his commander's health before that? Seemed to be on full. His forces came in. And just whittled him down. Excuse me. Not too bad there. Gregorz does not want to push in here though. He's completely outnumbered and outgunned. And there's booby traps lying in wait. Porcoddio still he could really push in here and knock out flashdown, and that would be wonderful for their team. It's currently 4 versus 4, but Titan still has this advantage on this joint here. Aszeal defending as best he can. I think it's just going to come off worse here. Well, it's going to be very, very close indeed. In fact, Aszeal will take this. For his own, some shellers in there as well. And so Titan's T2 force completely destroyed there. Gives Aszeal the chance he needs to reorganise his troops. Get them back into the right position there. I saw a unit cannon. A unit cannon I saw. Excuse me. Yes, this is also another viable strategy on this map, is unit cannon snipes. Although, if you look over at flashdown at the top of the screen there, he's got a lot of anti-orbital. Aszeal here, popping into Titan's backyard. Going to fall foul of gunships, however. I think that will reveal the T2 presence. T2 air presence. Titan still being reclaimed. His command down to 30%. Not great. How's Neon's comm doing? Down to 45, not being reclaimed anymore. Gregorz on the defensive. Neon pushing out a little bit here. Should be able to make good headway. We've got some skitters in there as well. The docks will move forwards to deal with the landmines. Pelters will be able to pick away at the docks numbers though the levelers, once they get in range, will make very, very short work of those pelters. Down they go. And then you've got the defensive force of Gregorz trying its hardest. Got a couple of catapults up there. T2 factory, more units. Not necessarily ready to do much here. Looks like he had a little bit of a fight with Titan in his base there, which isn't great. What he needs to do is try his hardest to defend against Neon here, who's coming in with more T2 air as well now. The air force from Gregorz getting completely gobbled by Neon. Ah, I need some decongestants. Eek, nasty. Aszeal, how's Aszeal doing? Titan ready to push in again. Aszeal ready on the defensive. He's got his first unit cannon up and ready. Will he put slammers in that or locusts? We'll have to see. Titan chasing Aszeal away, but mortaljacket coming in. Superior air force numbers forcing Titan to flee, to reconsider greatly this engagement there. Mortaljacket coming to Aszeal's defense. Wonderful. Aszeal likewise pushing his forces over there to maybe come to Gregor's defense, who seems to have managed to repel Neon's vehicle force there. The problem is the second one that's going to come up next. That's going to be the deathly one. Gregor's sending his units on a rally into gunships. Could you... How could you make that mistake, Gregorz? Come on. It's not like you have a lot to think about. Titan ready, though, with Neon now backing him. You can pull over to Gregorz, and there's not going to be a huge amount to actually be able to deal with this. Gregorz will have to run. That'll actually give Team 2 2 joints altogether there. Versus 3 for the other team. Team 1. Let's have a look at the army counts there. So it looks like Team 2 kind of, well, relatively even counts actually, although it does have to be said that the air for Team 2 is certainly superior. Gregorz taking a few more hits there, struggling down to 26 with the 0 sentry, but this force here from Neon is going to be the clincher. There's not a lot going to be able to deal with this. Gregorz' force in an unfavourable position there on the slant. Not great at all. Can he just hold on for long enough? He needs to get his comm out of there. What's he building a Hulkins for? It's too late for that, mate. What? Where did Titan go? Where did Titan go? Oh my word! Aszeal coming in with the bombing run, sees a weakened commander, and 1, 2, 3, 1 pass, down goes Titan. That really saved Gregorz from this second assault. Problem is Neon's frontal. Wowzer indeed. So Titan's Air Force negated. Team 2 takes another hit. Looks as though mortaljacket is about to knock out the third player for Team 2 here as MF runs his comm away. Porcoddio sat there building an Ares. Can Gregorz survive? I don't think so. It's gonna be close. You see picture in picture there, the other comm just about getting away. This stage though, it's not going to do a huge amount of good as Gregorz will go down and out. Looks to be 3 versus 3. Maybe put that to 3 versus 2 as MF is nowhere to be seen. Flashdown a little late on the defensive support there perhaps. Aszeal ready. Just having a little bit of a scout of what Neon has. Sees where his comm is. Is he ready with his unit cannons? So he has those unit cannons ready to pop down on Neon's comm. He's sat there in the open with no ground forces next to him. Slammer's in there, will be able to deal handsomely with this. Porcoddio ready to push up now that he has an Ares Titan with him. Taking a bit of damage though, a little too close to all those levelers. And the Ares is not doing anything about them, it doesn't quite have the firing arc. Will this Ares be completely lost? Completely wasted? It looks like it will be. The thing with the Ares and how it's long range, you want to keep it back from the front lines, but here, no. We'll send this Ares in first. I think you're mistaking that for an Atlas Titan, my friend. The Atlas goes in first, the Ares goes in last. Oh! Unit cannon locusts. Nom 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 nom. Ping from Gregorz, he's happy about this. Gets his revenge from beyond the grave in the form of Aszeal's locusts. Wonderfully taking out all of that eco there. Wanting to back off from the comm a little bit. What are all these pings? Ah! Neon pushing in against Porcoddio. Aszeal coming to his defence though. Can his comm escape? It will do. Certainly with Aszeal's forces there. Still ready to push in against Neon on this side. Looks like it's going to go to Team 1 here. On the South Pole. Flashdown defending against mortaljackets, pushing in forces there. Problem is he's also got to deal with Porcodillos and there's not enough units here now by Neon or Flashdown to deal with this. This looks like it's the end of the game here for these two. 3. Can't forget that MF is still alive. And turtling. Why have we got locusts in unit cannons? Come on, slammer snipes. Slammer snipes, please. Here's Neon's. Needs a bit of power. Those locusts wrecked all of the T2 power there. Down goes Flashdown, leaving Neon and MF 413 the survivors, but for how long? MF has been found. Levelers closing in. Focusing that comm. Down he goes. Neon is the last. And now it's just a case of being sandwiched in from two sides. It's Team 1 steamroll in here. Will Aszeal get the unit cannon snipe? I'm not entirely sure he will. Looks like he's about to fire them again. Out they come. Locusts at the ready. Here we go. Air Force coming in. I even had an Ares Titan there for Aszeal. What do we got here? Locusts again. Locusts again. In they come. Chewing away. T2 is no more. When you have an army of locusts that sort of size, that's when you really want to be careful of them because they will chew through stuff in seconds, including armies here. Oh, going over landmines though. Never pop in with locusts against a commander. Come on now. Commander will get killed here though by Porcoddio, taking the final kill. And Team 1's victory. Well played there. Interesting games, Unshared, when you get good maps and good balanced teams. I like the way that when you take a loss you have to support and plug the gap, as it were. And I think Team 1 did a very, very good job at plugging the gap, so to speak. Anyway, that was Station Sigma. That was a 5v5 Unshared, and I've been Marshall, folks. If you enjoyed, don't forget to pop a like or a comment. Hope you did enjoy, that is. And there's more PO on the way very soon indeed. Thanks again for watching. Apologies for my ailments. Until next time, have a nice one.